students. As we look into Introduction to Perimeter, we're going to be on pages 251 to 252, and we'll be doing exercises 1 through 9 all. As we get into today's lesson, we're going to be learning about perimeter, as I said before, and let's look at perimeter facts. Perimeter measures the length around a polygon. So here we have a triangle and a rectangle. Now the distance around these polygons, all right, polygons, remember, are figures formed by straight lines, line segments, and we have a perimeter around each one of these. So you can see the perimeter here, 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 and then the distance around. All right. Now the formula to find the perimeter of a triangle is this. It's going to be perimeter equals A plus B plus C. So length A plus length B plus length C is going to be our perimeter. Now for a rectangle, the perimeter of a rectangle is the sum of its sides. Notice we have length plus width plus width. All right, so that would be our simple formula. When in doubt, you can use this formula, just add all the sides up, and that will give you your perimeter. Now here's an example of perimeter. So we have a rectangle with a 4-meter length and a 3-meter width. Now remember, we have length plus width plus width. So we're going to add the 4's together and then add the 3's together. Okay? And then we will add the sum of those two numbers, which is 8 and 6, and then we'll get 14 meters. So perimeter equals 14 meters. Now remember, always include the unit of measure. All right, so we have meters here because we have meters here. So we want to make sure that we include that every single time. Now some more facts here. Since opposite sides of a rectangle are equal, the perimeter can be found by using this formula. P equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. Okay? And so we have two lengths, so we have that 2 times L, right? 2 times the length and 2 times the width, because we have two widths. Because we have opposite sides of a rectangle are equal, also meaning congruent. All right? Now we can write this in a different way. Since you can multiply by writing a number by a letter, we can use this formula as well. So P equals 2L, or 2 times L plus 2 times W here. And we can save some space if you needed to on writing those formulas. We want to write these formulas each and every time that we do our work. All right, so here's some examples again. Let's use the same formula. And let's go ahead and write this formula now. So 2 times L plus 2 times W is equal to our perimeter. So we have P equals 2 times 4 plus 2 times 3. And we're going to get, again, P equals 8 plus 6. And we're going to get P equals 14 meters. And do you remember what I said? We make sure that we write our units. So always include the unit of measure. Let's look at another example. And we have 18 feet is the length. And the width is 14 feet. And we're going to use our perimeter formula. Perimeter equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. And so we have our L, which is our length, is always the longer side is the length. The shorter side is the width. So we have our long side is 18, and our width is going to be 14. So let's go ahead and write that in our formula. And we're going to get P equals 2 times 18 plus 2 times 14. Now we're going to multiply here first, and we're going to get 34, or 36, sorry. And then we're going to get 28. And we're going to get 64 is going to be 64 feet, and we always include the unit of measure. All right, so make sure that we're doing this. Continue on. All right, let's go ahead and look at another one. You'll find something like this in class practice section 2, and we have a hexagon, and this hexagon, all the sides are the same. So we can use this perimeter formula. P equals S plus S plus S plus S plus S plus S. All right, and if you can give me a better formula for this hexagon, I will give you bonus points on the next test. So if you can give me a better formula, a better way to write this to save space, that would be bonus points. First person to do that in the comment section on this lesson will get those points. Okay, so you can't be like the fourth person, you have to be the first person to write it down. Now, so we have the perimeter equals 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. We add these two 6s, we're going to get 12 plus 12 plus 12, and then we're going to get 36 meters. Again, always include the unit of measure, and that's how we would do that hexagon. Now, not all hexagons are going to be have the same length or congruent sides, so just keep that in mind. All right, today's keyword is distance. Hope you caught that. It will not be at the end of the lesson. All right, let's do another example. So use the formula to find the perimeter of the rectangle. So we're going to use our formula, P equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. All right, I'm going to write that formula down. Notice my L, L, W, W. All right, and so I have 2 times 20 and 2 times 17. We're going to add those together. So we get 40 plus 34. All right, and then we're going to get P equals 74 feet. And again, I have my unit of measure there. Okay, so you always want to do that. And I want to see these steps when you do your formulas. I want you to write this step, perimeter. You don't have to spell out perimeter. You can just put P equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. And then P equals 2 times the length, whatever length it is. Here's 20. And 2 times the width, which is 17. And then multiply those out. You get your answers, your products. And then you get your sum of 74 feet, and always including your unit of measure. All right, and that concludes lesson 139. There is a few things I wanted to talk about real quick before I leave you. Again, whenever you use the word length, that's the longer side. When we use the word width on a rectangle, that is the shorter side of the dimension. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Go ahead and do exercises 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 using these formulas, and then also complete section 5 by converting, and number 6 and 7 and 8 are a review. So go ahead and do those things following the example or following the directions. And section 9, follow directions as well, and we'll be comparing. And then no homework for today, but make sure that you leave the keyword of the day in the comment section, the private comment section, and then also if you can figure out that hexagon, what's the better way to write that formula. All right, and we'll see you in the next lesson.